Welcome to the first episode of our series about Japan, a stunning country that stretches across nearly 7,000 islands. Four main ones, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, form its heart. Here, the Pacific's restless tectonic plates push mountains skyward and carve deep coastal inlets. Join us as we travel across Japan's diverse landscapes, timeless landmarks, and living traditions. Mountains cover about 70% of Japan, and their slopes dictate both weather and way of life. In winter, heavy snow feeds the rivers that nourish rice paddies in spring. In autumn, forests blaze crimson and gold. These mountains are more than scenery, they're sacred. Our journey begins with Japan's most celebrated symbol, Mount Fuji. Rising to an impressive 3,776 meters, Mount Fuji commands reverence across the nation. Both a volcano and a cultural icon, it has inspired pilgrims, poets, and painters for centuries. In the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, climbing Fuji was a spiritual act. Pilgrims wore white robes, believing the journey purified body and soul. As we approach the Fuji Five Lakes region, and particularly Lake Kawaguchi, the scene becomes nothing short of magical. Imagine the crystal-clear water mirroring Fuji's perfectly symmetrical cone, its reflection a living portrait of nature's artwork. Along the way, you may wonder how to best experience this iconic peak. The Fuji-Kyuko line offers a scenic train journey that ascends gently over rolling landscapes, providing numerous vantage points where you can immerse yourself in the beauty and power of Mount Fuji. As we leave the reflective surface of Kawaguchi behind, our next destination is Hakone, a region steeped in natural beauty and onsen culture. The journey through Hakone is not merely about scenic views, but also the graceful intermingling of tradition and modern leisure. Imagine steaming hot springs nestled amid rugged landscapes, where the air mingles with a hint of sulfur and the gentle murmur of water over ancient rocks. The peaceful surroundings remind us that sometimes the most profound moments come when you engage fully with the present. Onsen culture in Japan refers to the enjoyment of natural hot springs, deeply rooted in Japanese tradition and Shinto beliefs. These hot springs, known as onsen, are not just about bathing, but are seen as a way to cleanse the body and spirit, promoting relaxation and healing. Leaving behind the rejuvenating heat of Hakone, our path guides us further into Japan's historical heart, Kyoto. Once Japan's imperial seat, the city is guarding treasures like the Kiyomizu-dera Temple and the lantern-lit lanes of Gion. In Kyoto, the timeless beauty of ancient temples and the narrow streets of Gion coexist with the vibrant pulse of modern life. As you stroll through tranquil temple courtyards, the spirit of bygone eras envelops you. Imagine the soft clatter of geta on cobbled lanes, while the aroma of incense blends with the crisp autumn air. Here, cultural landmarks are not isolated relics. They are living narratives, preserved through the dedication of local artisans and devout communities. In the gentle interplay of light and shadow below the orange gates of Kyoto's revered Fushimi Inari Shinto shrine, an anecdote surfaces, a mountain pilgrimage passed down through generations, where a humble traveler sought meaning among ancient groves, and in doing so discovered the transformative power of faith and perseverance. This story of quiet determination and spiritual connection underscores the essence of Kyoto. A living classroom where every corner recounts the legacy of a culture deeply intertwined with its natural landscape. Continuing our expedition, we arrive in Nara, another jewel in Japan's cultural crown. Home to the colossal Todaiji, Nara beckons with its well-preserved monuments and the gentle presence of free-roaming deer that seem almost to guard sacred spaces. At Todaiji, the great Buddha resides in a temple hall that resonates with timeless serenity. Here, massive wooden beams and intricately carved details speak of a bygone age when religion and nature were inseparable. Our journey then guides us to Nikko, a town of resplendent shrines and lush forests. Nestled in the mountains, Nikko is a sanctuary where spirituality and nature fuse seamlessly. Pausing in Nikko reveals beauty and also reminds travelers of nature's moods. Shifting weather, with its mist and rain, can transform the stone walkways into luminous reflections of resilience. Our adventure takes a dramatic turn when we reach the wild, misty island of subtropical Yakushima. Imagine venturing into the ancient Yakusugi cedar forest, where every tree appears as a silent sentinel of time. Among these giants stands the famed Jomon Sugi, a cedar tree estimated to be between 2,000 and 7,000 years old. The sheer majesty of this living relic is enough to invoke a sense of historical connection to the countless generations that have passed beneath its boughs. Local folklore speaks of the Yakusugi legend, an enchanting tale of nature's mystical energy that flows through these ancient woods. From Yakushima, our voyage leads us to the rugged beauty of the Daisetsuzan volcanic landscapes. Here, nature's raw power and tranquil majesty coexist in dual harmony. In these sweeping highlands, you might notice how wind-carved rock formations and expansive vistas remind us of the constant, subtle interplay between creation and erosion, between stability and change. No exploration of Japan would be complete without experiencing the vibrant pulse of Tokyo, a city where tradition and modernity share the same kinetic energy. Journey first to Asakusa, where the Grand Sensoji Temple stands as a beacon of Japan's ancient history and enduring cultural spirit. Then glide towards the imposing grounds of the Imperial Palace. Amid meticulously maintained gardens and centuries-old stone walls, the palace conveys a message of continuity, echoing Japan's remarkable ability to evolve while honoring its traditions. The art of preserving heritage and embracing modernity comes into vivid relief. Every shrine, palace, and modern high-rise speaks of a nation adept at melding the old with the new. Our path now turns inward to Takayama, a small town where time appears to slow down and history is palpably alive. In Takayama, centuries-old wooden houses and narrow lanes tell stories of a simpler era, a past where local craftsmen nurtured traditions that continue to influence modern design and tourism. The gentle pace of life gives way to intimate encounters with local artisans, inspiring visitors to walk away with a sense of belonging and appreciation for the enduring spirit of rural Japan. Each landmark in our journey is a chapter in a greater story, one where the land shapes its legacy, and every traveler writes a small part of that enduring saga. In every corner, from the misty heights of Mount Fuji to the deep, ancient forests of Yakushima, you find a reminder of the dynamic relationship between the physical environment and the cultural identity it nurtures. As our journey draws to a close, consider the myriad ways in which Japan's landscapes have inspired artistry, resilience, and innovation throughout its long history. Today, from the iconic silhouette of Mount Fuji reflecting in a serene lake to the ancient cedar forests echoing with whispered legends, we have seen that the legacy of this remarkable country is built on a foundation of natural splendor and a cultural narrative that continues to evolve. Let this exploration inspire you to look beyond the surface, to seek out the narratives etched in stone and nature, and to embrace the adventure that awaits in every uncharted corner of Japan. We hope our travels through Japan's land and legacy have sparked a sense of wonder, ignited your curiosity, and provided a glimpse into the abundant beauty and profound history of this extraordinary nation. Every new destination holds a unique story, and it is in our pursuit of these stories that we enrich our own. Subscribe for more immersive travel videos with Athena World Journey. Thanks for watching.